Ocean's 11, Ocean's 13, 12, all that shit. It's all moving forward because George Clooney came forward recently and he's like, hey, everybody, I'm doing more Oceans. It's happening. It's moving forward. It's going down. If you don't want it, you don't need it, you don't want to see it, you're going to still get it because George Clooney said they have a great script going forward. And of course, they had the spinoff. They had the spinoff to open Ocean's 8. They actually pretty well. It was like $270-some million. Did really well, actually. All female cast, supposed to be a spinoff. They did Oceans 11, 12, 13 with the original cast, and people loved it. They all made money. Fun heist movies. Very fun. But the idea was, well, we'll go branch out into having an all-female cast, which I think is great. Like, why not? It's a heist movie. At the end of the day, it's just a heist movie. They all are. There's no Frank Sinatra anymore. He's fucking been dead for a long time. We can't bring him back. So, like, let's change it. Let's adapt it. Let's make it better. I love me some Frankie. I love Brad Pitt. I love George Clooney. I love the next cast, like Kristen Wiig was in there. I think it was like there's like Sandra Bullock. I think was in there. There's a lot of people in there. Like Awkwafina was in that female version. But George Clooney came forward and he was like, hey guys, we actually have a script. And he's saying in a recent interview, he was talking to Uproarks, and he was like, yeah, we have a script. And he goes, it's fucking awesome, he says. He said the script is like another Oceans.
Good one, Rachel.
Oceans 15, retirement home. I like that, Rachel. I like that. But Clooney did not give any concrete information about this, but he did say that it's going to take place after Ocean's 13. Of course it will. And, they had Ocean's 8, so maybe, you know what? Tie them together. He didn't say that, but tie them together somehow because it was supposed to be like somebody's daughter. I think it was George Clooney's character's daughter in the Ocean's 8. Like, tie them all together. Make it happen. Steven Soderbergh, have him come back and direct it. Have Clooney be there. Be fucking Clooney Batman, whatever they call him these days. Matt Damon, Don Cheadle, Casey Affleck. He's got some problems, but whatever. Bring him back. Have them do this. And the last one, it was a big spinoff. It did well, but bring them all back. Make it happen. Warner Brothers needs a win too. Of course, we talked about earlier, they might eventually sell off to Universal. That's something that's in the works. And the script's there. It exists. And Clooney says it's good. So, like, let's do more maybe. I don't know. Soderbergh has not been attached to it. Again, one of those things, Justin, that he did the original ones, and Clooney did not confirm or deny if he's involved, but he did say that there is a solid script, and everybody's talking about coming back. Of course, there's some people you just can't bring back because they have passed away, but you can still bring everybody. That's
It happens. It happens. It's a sad fact of life. Yeah,
and the grave isn't a body.
It's a sad fact of life. But for me, I'm like, it's a fun franchise. It started before.
That's a good point. If you didn't see him die on screen,
right?
They didn't die. Like that's one of my top rules of cinema.
Look at the Fast movies, Lexi, like how they fucking do that shit too. Like maybe you just have it figure out where you just work it out, where you don't have to. Maybe you do something, but the idea is like just if it works well, if people love it, make it happen. Ron, did you ever watch these movies? Do you want to see an Ocean's 14 because we had 11, 12, 13, 14, or do you think that if Clooney's right, maybe they should do something? I mean, the script's there. So do you think that he's going to make it work with both of them, or it'll just be like a continuation?
I have a feeling it'll be some sort of a continuation. I think they're going to all jump back into their roles. Like you said, Brian, it's a heist movie. You know what to expect, but you don't know how they're going to deliver it, which I think is part of the fun. You kind of know what you're going to get when you go there. I loved Ocean's 8 because I loved that it was that female aspect of it, which was great. And the boys on the Oceans, I mean, they deliver. You go there, you get some entertainment, they deliver. Is it going to solve the problems of the world? Absolutely not. Are you going to be able to see Brad Pitt without a shirt? Maybe so.
You probably will see Brad Pitt with his shirt off around. That'll probably be the first scene in the intro credits.
That's the price of admission alone right there.
Absolutely.
He'll be like, you know what? I'm doing it, but I have to start the movie off with my shirt off.
Exactly.
But because I'm showing you guys I still got it. But Ron, you hear about this, and you think that because they tried to do a reboot. We had this whole thing with Ghostbusters before, where Ghostbusters they went to the female cast, now they're going back to the male cast. Do you think it's problematic, or do you think that maybe they can find a way to bridge that gap and make it work? So it's like we tried it before. Maybe we find a way to make it work for both people, both groups.
I think with this franchise, it can absolutely work. And I think with the money that's probably going to be thrown at this production, you can absolutely make it work.
Yeah. Are you excited about this? Do you want to see this?
I am. No, I think that's cool. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's a fun movie, like a 007. It's a fun movie, you know?
And it's a great cast overall.
Yes.
I think it is a very fun cast, and I think that overall, at this point, I mean, everyone's there's gonna be some people that will be like, no, we don't want to see it. I get that. I always get that, but I think that it's a big fanfare cast, and Clooney's great. Clooney, they've all gotten older, of course. This is what happens. We all get older. No. That's what happens. That's life. Isn't
false.
Isn't aging as well as Clooney.
No.
Hey, Rachel, Clooney
Thanks,
is
Ron.
Clooney is taking. I don't know what Clooney's kind of injections in his face he's doing, or kind of like secret serums he's taking, but he's got something working out that's making him stay.
It's got to be all the pranks keeping him.
It's got to be, right?
Clooney's aging like fine wine. He looks so fucking good.
Yeah, he does.
You are right, Racer X.
Lexi.
Clooney's fucking amazing.
Racer X. I have some pictures of the original, but this is a remake.
Like, Pitt looks like shit right now. He looks so bad.
Leave Brad Pitt alone.
But first of all, he's been acting like a piece of shit, so he doesn't really deserve much praise right now. Anyway,
so you want to see this, huh?
No, not at all. I
Shocked.
First of all, I hate heist movies. Soderbergh is the king of heist films. I will give him full credit for making the best heist movies, and I still fucking hate heist movies. Like, they're so fucking smug and pretentious, and they're so up their own ass. Like, no disrespect to my panel of guys here, but like, there's a set of middle-aged white men that are so.
I don't want to speak. I don't want to speak for Ron, but as a middle-aged white man, I'm fully aware of exactly how far up my own ass I am.
I'm just like, they are so fucking excited about this. Like, I'm like, because there's no other demographic that these movies are really for. I'm like, I can't.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I think they have broad cross demographic appeal.
They got some strong-eyed penis in there. That's all I'm saying.
The best Soderbergh movie is his remake of Solaris. Like, that's his best movie.
I penis. I always think great. I penis.
I'm saying I penis.
I know. I penis. I penis.
We're gonna make T-shirts like that someday. But Lexi, you're right. Like, it's.
And that's true. The original Gone in 60 Seconds is one of the best heist movies ever, and the remake is excellent, and I really, really like The Italian Job, the original Italian Job. That movie's ending is fucking phenomenal. It's one of the best endings ever, and one of the best car movies ever. Like, the cars in the movie are so fucking phenomenal.
I know you don't want to see this, Lexi, but Mike is so excited. I can tell he is like jumping out of his underwear right now.
Go ahead.
You want to see? He's been telling me all day he wants to talk about this. So, Mike, what do you think about this Ocean's 14 coming forward, huh?
I was going to jump out of my underwear, whether you brought up this particular topic or not, Brian. We had some questions in the chat. I think when you said Frank earlier, you might have been. Were you talking about Frank Sinatra or Frank?
Okay, I was.
Ocean?
I love Frankie.
Yeah, I think it was a Rap
Frank
Pack
Sinatra.
Reference,
always. I wish I met him.
Not a Frank Ocean reference. We had some Clooney discussion just a couple of days ago. Like, he doesn't want to don the Batman nipples, so he's got to do something with his time. He looks hot as fuck
in that picture. Look how good he looks in that picture.
Wait, who you talking? You talking
George
Frank?
Clooney.
You talking?
Look at him.
That's not George Clooney. Who is that?
That's not George Clooney.
No, fuck no.
Dean Martin.
That's not Dean Martin either. Who the hell is that?
Wow, we're all
fucking great cigarette. And Frankie, my friend Frankie Sinatra. My boy.
Blaming the alcohol.
Who is that?
Yeah, I don't recognize that guy. That's another one of those damn.
They are basically about stealing
Pack guys. No, I honestly,
someone in the chat can correct us.
Please do.
Correct us all. It's a Friday.
I think that the heist movie is just such an easy, like, anti-authoritarian, anti-hero, like, kind of thing that everybody. It's completely apolitical. It's just like the hee I'm trying to get away with something, like, let me sneak into this place where these people have all these resources and just Robin Hood it up. I do like just as a very, like, broad movie going experience. I think that these are very, very fun, lighthearted entertainment opportunities. I think 11 was great, 12 was also great, 13 I think was fairly decent, and it has nothing to do with the writing. Like, or anything. Like, I think it's just a great it's just a great genre to work within. And you doesn't have to you don't have to come up with like particularly tricky dialogue or anything. You just need to have like fair enough. I think you just need to come up with one tricky moment to have a twist at the end to make the whole thing worthwhile.
Ron, can it work?
To me, but I'm about populist entertainment like that.
It can totally work. What studio is it?
I think it's still the same. Is it Sony? I think it's Sony.
No. Yeah, they could use Warner Brothers.
Is it Warner Brothers? I'm reading my notes here.
Totally wrong, but I thought it was.
I think it is Warner Brothers, actually, Lexi.
I will say that
I'm a little drunk, guys.
I am not personally a fan. I think the first Ocean's 11 is a brilliantly written film that is incredibly well acted. I mean, it's an all-star cast. The cast is phenomenal. It is, incredibly well done for a heist film. It's probably one of the best heist films ever made. It's probably one of Soderbergh's best works as far as that's concerned. But it's one of those films that doesn't need a sequel. I just don't see why you make more and more and more.
I agree, though.
And I agree. Like, I never understood how an IP came out of it. I really felt like it was its own kind of thing.
Frank Sinatra. We started with Sinatra, and then Sinatra and the whole fucking Rat Pack.
It's a remake, isn't it?
It made money, so executives said, "Hey, could you do this?"
Right?
I was gonna say.
And writers said, yeah, I can fucking do that. I can do that all day. And they started writing new versions of it. Right?
I think it's more deserving of a sequel than a lot of things, like Trainspotting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the Trainspotting sequel. I mean, I like.
I didn't watch it.
Dude, Lexi, you got to get on. You have a high level of artistic integrity. You've got to get on the show with Warren, because you guys are going to get into like a discussion about integrity and what it means to have responsibility to your movie going audience.
We're going to need more time with her and Warren, though, because Warren, I love Warren, but he talks a lot. I love Warren. He's a great guy.
Maybe you don't want to step on.
It was Warner Brothers, Lexi. Thank you.
Hey, I called
Warner
it.
Brothers. There we go. That's fact checking, everybody on Kruse. We do it to ourselves. It's great.
Without anybody even noticing.
No, we do it all the time. Racer X, is anyone excited about another Oceans film? I think honestly, at the end of the day, you bring these people back after all this time, I think it'll sell fucking tickets. I think it'll do well. And I think Oceans will continue. They'll probably do one, maybe two, but at least one. And then we ride off in the distance, let it be until they have the next reboot, because it will happen. Unfortunately, the caliber, I mean, they're all big actors involved in this. I mean, look at the Clooney and Brad Pitt and the people involved, Don Cheadle. Like, there's really great actors attached to this that are playing the same characters of Sinatra of the day, But I think that it's great. Let's just do it. Why not?
Yeah.
Clooney wants to do it. Make it happen. Make it fucking happen. Because end of the day, yes, it is another reboot. It is what happens. But there are reboots.
George Clooney, though.
He's fucking still sexy Clooney. Let him be.
I know he
Lexi.
is. I'm not making fun of him, but I'm just like, how old is he? Like,
I think he's as old.
Fucking movies can you make?
Yo, player, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.